Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Before we begin, if these stories bring you peace, I'd be grateful if you'd take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps others find their way to the workshop too. But for now, let everything else fade away. Tonight, we're going to a quiet soap-making workshop, a place where oils and herbs become something useful and beautiful, where scent and care combine to create bars of gentle, handmade soap, where the work is slow and intentional and deeply satisfying. You're the soap maker, and evening is your favorite time to work. Let's prepare your body for rest. Find your most comfortable position. Adjust anything you need. You're safe here. You're exactly where you need to be. Take a gentle breath in through your nose. Hold it softly and release it slowly through your mouth. Good. Again. Breathe in slowly and deeply. Hold for a moment and let it go, releasing any tension from your day. Your shoulders drop away from your ears. Your jaw relaxes, teeth slightly apart. Your tongue rests softly in your mouth. Your eyes are gently closed. There's nothing you need to see right now. Just my voice. Just the story. Just the peace. Feel your body becoming heavy, sinking into comfort, supported and safe. There's no hurry here, no rushing, just the slow, careful work of making something gentle, something that cleanses, something that cares for skin and brings comfort to daily rituals. And now, when you're ready, come with me. We're going to the soap workshop. It's early evening. The day's heat is fading. The air is cooling. That peaceful transition time between work and rest, between doing and being. You walk down a stone path through a garden, your garden, the herb garden you planted specifically for soap making, the plants you tend all season so you can harvest them for your work, your apothecary garden, your living ingredient list. The path is made of flat stones set into the earth, irregular shapes fitted together like a puzzle. The stones are warm under your feet, still holding heat from the day's sun. Small gaps between them allow creeping time to grow, releasing its scent when you step on it. That clean, herbal smell, green and alive. Lavender grows here on both sides of the path. Tall stalks heavy with purple flowers. The plants are in full bloom now, late summer, at their peak. You brush your hand against them as you pass. The flowers are rough soft, if that makes sense. Textured. The scent releases immediately, generously. Sweet, floral, calming. That unmistakable lavender smell that needs no explanation, that everyone knows, that everyone loves. This lavender will go into tonight's soap. You harvested some yesterday, hung it to dry, but some is already dried, already waiting in the workshop. Purple buds in a jar, concentrated scent, preserved summer. The bees love the lavender. You can hear them now, working the flowers, even in the fading light. Their low hum, peaceful, purposeful, They're collecting what they need. You're collecting what you need. Both of you working with the lavender. Both of you transforming it. They into honey. You into soap. Rosemary grows in neat bushes along the next section of path. Tall bushes, well established, here for years. The stems are woody at the base. Newer growth is green and pliable. The leaves are needle-like, dark green on top, silvery underneath. You run your hand along a branch. The smell releases, clean, sharp, slightly camphor-like, invigorating. This is the smell that wakes you up, that clears your head, that says morning and fresh start and energy. You've already harvested rosemary for infusing. Cut branches early in the day when the oils are strongest. Stripped the leaves. Infused them in olive oil. The oil sits in a jar in the workshop, golden green now, full of rosemary essence. That oil will become rosemary soap. Cleansing, refreshing, perfect for morning showers. Mint spreads enthusiastically in its contained bed. You had to contain it. Mint takes over if you let it. Sends runners everywhere. Colonizes. So it lives in a raised bed with barriers underground. A prison, but a comfortable one. And the mint doesn't mind. Mint is happy wherever it grows. Peppermint and spearmint both. You can tell them apart by scent. Peppermint is stronger, more medicinal, more intense. Spearmint is sweeter, gentler, softer. Both are useful. Both make good soap. You pinch a leaf of peppermint. The scent is immediate and powerful, fresh, cool. The same smell as peppermint tea, as candy canes, as toothpaste. That clean, tingling sensation, even in the scent. Some of this will become soap too. Refreshing morning soap. The kind that wakes you gently. The kind that makes you feel clean and ready and alert. Chamomile grows in a sunny corner. Small white flowers with yellow centers, daisy-like, cheerful. These flowers make gentle soap, soothing soap, soap for sensitive skin, for babies, for anyone who needs extra gentleness. Calendula grows in another bed, orange and yellow flowers, bright, happy. These flowers are healing, anti-inflammatory, good for soap for troubled skin, for irritation, for care. All these plants, all this growing, all this tending and harvesting and caring, all for soap, all to make something that will bring small moments of pleasure to someone's daily routine. That will turn an ordinary shower into a small ritual, a small luxury. You tend this garden spring through fall, water it, weed it, harvest it, process the herbs, dry them, infuse them, use them. The garden and the soap making are one thing, one practice, one care extended from seed to bar. At the end of the garden path, your workshop. A small stone building with a red door, thick walls, small windows, cool in summer, warm in winter, perfect for soap making, which requires specific temperatures. Careful conditions. You reach for the door handle. Smooth wood, worn by years of hands opening this door. Your hand, other hands before you. Generations of soap makers, perhaps, working in the same space, continuing the same tradition. You turn the handle. Push the door open. Step inside. The workshop welcomes you with its particular atmosphere. The smell is the first thing. Of course it is. This is where scent is made, where fragrance is crafted, where oils and herbs become something that will fill bathrooms and bring small moments of pleasure to ordinary days. The base scent is olive oil, rich, slightly fruity, the foundation of good soap. You can smell it underlying everything else, pure, golden, honest, and coconut oil, sweet, tropical. This creates the lather, the bubbles, the cleansing foam, and essential oils. Many of them. Lavender strongest right now, because you made lavender soap yesterday. But beneath that, traces of rosemary, peppermint, tea tree, eucalyptus, all the scents you work with, all the fragrances that make each batch of soap unique, special, intentional, and lye. You can smell that too, though faintly. Lye has a sharp, clean, almost metallic scent, not unpleasant in small amounts, just present, honest. It's the transformer, the thing that turns oils into soap, the chemical magic that makes everything work. And herbs, dried lavender hanging in bunches from the ceiling beams, dried rosemary, dried chamomile flowers. Their scent fills the air, mingles with the oils, creates that particular workshop smell that exists nowhere else. The workshop is one room, but it's organized into distinct areas. Each area has its purpose, its function, its place in the process. The walls are whitewashed stone, thick and old, the kind of walls built to last, built to protect, built to create stable temperature. The white reflects light, makes the space brighter than it would otherwise be. The floor is tile, terracotta tile, sealed and easy to clean, essential when working with oils and lye. Spills happen. They must be cleaned immediately, safely, completely. Tile allows this. The ceiling is beamed, dark wooden beams, rough-hewn and ancient. From these beams hang your drying herbs, bunches of lavender tied with string, rosemary branches, chamomile flowers. They hang upside down, drying slowly, preserving their scent, waiting to be used. Along one wall, your workspace. A long wooden counter, scarred by years of use, but clean and well-maintained. This is where the magic happens, where oils are measured, where lye is mixed, where soap is made. On the counter, your equipment waits. A large stainless steel pot for heating oils. Not aluminum, never aluminum with lye. It reacts. Stainless steel only. Safe, reliable, necessary. Glass measuring jugs for measuring oils precisely. Soap making is chemistry. Precision matters. Too much of one thing, too little of another, and the soap won't turn out right, won't saponify properly, won't be what it should be. A digital scale, essential. You measure by weight, not volume. Weight is accurate. Volume can vary. The scale sits there, ready, reliable, truthful. Wooden spoons for stirring, long-handled spoons, dedicated to soap making, never used for food. The line between soap-making tools and cooking tools must be absolute, clear, respected. A stick blender. This speeds the process, mixes the oils and lye water quickly, efficiently, creates trace, that magical moment when soap begins to thicken, when the mixture changes from liquid to something else, something on its way to becoming soap. Soap molds sit on a shelf, wooden molds lined with parchment paper, silicone molds in various shapes. Each mold creates different bars, different sizes, different forms, all beautiful, all useful. Another wall holds ingredients, shelves lined with bottles and jars and containers, large bottles of olive oil. This is your base oil, the foundation, good quality olive oil, golden and pure, not extra virgin. That's too expensive, and its properties change in soap making. Just pure olive oil. Simple, honest, perfect. Coconut oil in big tubs, solid at room temperature, white, creamy. This will need to be melted. This creates lather, bubbles, the satisfying foam of good soap. Bottles of castor oil, thick, sticky. Just a small amount goes into each batch. It adds conditioning, moisture, care for skin. Containers of lye, sodium hydroxide, in sealed containers, labeled clearly, stored safely. Lye is powerful, caustic, dangerous if mishandled, transformative when used correctly. It must be respected, understood, never feared, but never taken lightly. Bottles of essential oils lined up like soldiers. Lavender, rosemary, peppermint, tea tree, eucalyptus, lemon, orange, clary sage, each one carefully chosen, each one therapeutic, each one bringing its own properties, its own gifts, its own character to the soap. Jars of dried herbs, lavender buds, rose petals, chamomile flowers, calendula. These can be added to soap for texture, for beauty, for gentle exfoliation, for the simple pleasure of seeing flowers embedded in a bar of soap. Natural colorants, clay powders, spirulina for green, cocoa powder for brown, rose clay for pink, activated charcoal for black, all natural, all gentle, all honest. The glazing area, no, wrong craft. This is soap, not pottery. Your mind wandered, crossed workshops. Happens sometimes when you work in multiple crafts, when your hands know many skills. The curing area, yes, that's what this space is called. Along another wall, wooden shelves hold bars of soap in various stages of curing. Soap must cure, must sit for 4 to 6 weeks after being made. The saponification process continues even after the soap is solid, even after it's been cut into bars. It must cure, must dry, must become fully itself before it's ready to use. The bars sit in rows, some fresh, still soft, some weeks old, hardening, some ready, fully cured, waiting to be wrapped and labeled and sold or given as gifts. The colors are beautiful, natural colors, cream and white, and pale green, and soft pink, and charcoal gray. Earth tones, honest colors, colors that say, I am made from real things, natural things, things from the earth and from plants. You move through the workshops slowly, preparing. This is ritual. This is the beginning of the work before the work. You tie an apron around your waist, heavy canvas apron, stained with oils and herbs, marked by work, proof of making. You tie it snugly, protection, uniform, signal that work is beginning. You put on safety glasses, always, every time. When working with lye, you protect your eyes. This is non-negotiable. Lye can splash, can cause harm. The glasses sit comfortably on your face. Clear lenses, full protection. You pull on rubber gloves, thick rubber gloves that come up to your elbows. Protection for your hands, your skin. When the lye water is mixed, when it's hot and caustic, these gloves keep you safe. They're slightly too large, but that's fine. Better too large than too small. You're almost ready to begin. Tonight, you're making lavender soap. Simple, classic, beautiful, The kind of soap that never goes out of fashion because it's simply right. Gentle lavender, caring for skin, bringing calm to morning showers and evening baths. You've already measured your oils earlier. This is safer, better. When working with lye, you want everything else prepared, ready, waiting. You don't want to be measuring oils after the lye is mixed. Everything must be ready first. The oils sit in the large stainless steel pot. Olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, already measured to the exact gram, already combined, solid coconut oil floating in liquid olive oil, waiting to be heated, waiting to be melted together. You place the pot on the portable electric burner. Turn it on. Low heat, gentle heat, just enough to melt the coconut oil, to bring all the oils to the same temperature, about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Warm, not hot, just warm. While the oils heat, you prepare the lye water. This step requires focus, attention, respect. You take a glass jar to the sink, fill it with distilled water, not tap water, distilled, pure, no minerals to interfere with the chemistry. You measure it carefully, exactly the amount needed. Pour it into a heat-safe plastic pitcher. You take the lye container from its safe storage. Open it carefully. The lye is in small white pellets. Looks harmless, looks like salt, but it's not. It's powerful, transformative, caustic. You measure the lye carefully on the scale. Exactly the amount needed for this recipe, for these oils. The ratio must be right. Too much lye and the soap will be harsh. Too little and it won't saponify fully. Won't be soap at all. You carry the measured lye to the pitcher of water. And now, the most important rule in soap making. The rule you never break, never forget, never ignore. Always add lye to water. Never water to lye. This matters. This is crucial. Lye added to water is controllable. Water added to lye can cause violent reactions, dangerous reactions. You always add lye to water, always. You pour the lye pellets slowly into the water, carefully, watching. The reaction begins immediately. The water clouds, turns white, opaque, the lye dissolving, and heat, tremendous heat. The lye water becomes hot almost instantly. The pitcher grows warm in your hands. Steam rises, not quite boiling, but close. Chemical reaction, energy released, transformation beginning. You stir gently with a dedicated spoon. The lye dissolves completely. The liquid clears slightly. Still cloudy, but less so. The heat continues. The pitcher is almost too hot to hold. And the smell, that sharp, clean, almost metallic smell of lye. Strong now, present. You're careful not to breathe directly over the pitcher, not to inhale the fumes. They're not dangerous in this small amount, but they're not pleasant, not something you seek. You set the pitcher aside to cool. It needs to cool to about 100 degrees, the same temperature as the oils. Everything must be the same temperature when you combine them. This is important. This affects how the soap sets, how it behaves. While the lye water cools, you check the oils. The coconut oil has melted. The pot is full of liquid gold. Beautiful, pure, potential. You check the temperature with your thermometer. 105 degrees. Close. A bit too warm. You let it cool a few more minutes. You check the lye water temperature. 110 degrees. Also a bit too warm. Cooling nicely though, just a bit longer. You prepare your mold while you wait. A wooden mold, rectangular, long enough to make about 12 bars of soap. You line it with parchment paper carefully. Smooth, no wrinkles. The paper will let you lift the soap out easily once it's hard. Will make the soap release cleanly. You measure essential oils, lavender. You'll add this at the end, after trace. Essential oils are volatile. Heat makes them evaporate. So they go in last when the mixture has cooled, when it's thick enough to hold them. The bottle of lavender essential oil is dark blue glass. You open it. The scent blooms immediately. Sweet, floral, perfect. This is good oil, pure oil, real lavender, not synthetic. You can tell. You can always tell. You measure carefully. Just the right amount. Enough to scent the soap beautifully. Not so much that it's overpowering. Just right. You add dried lavender buds to a small bowl. These will go into the soap too, for texture, for beauty, for the pleasure of seeing real lavender flowers embedded in the bars. Everything is ready. The oils are 100 degrees. The lye water is 100 degrees. Both perfect, both waiting. Now comes the magic, the transformation, the moment when oils and lye water become soap. You pour the lye water slowly into the pot of oils, very slowly, carefully, watching it go in, watching the stream of cloudy liquid meet the clear golden oils, watching the two liquids meet, touch, become one. The mixture immediately begins to change. The color lightens. The oils, which were clear and golden, become opaque, milky, cloudy. The lye water, which was cloudy white, disperses into the oils. They're beginning to emulsify, beginning to combine, beginning their chemical dance, their transformation. This is saponification beginning. This is the ancient chemical reaction that turns fats and alkali into soap and glycerin, the same reaction humans have been using for thousands of years. Since the Babylonians, since the Romans discovered that animal fat plus wood ash water equals something that cleans. The chemistry is simple but magical. Triglycerides in the oils meeting sodium hydroxide in the lye water. Molecular bonds breaking. New bonds forming. Something entirely new being created from the combination. Neither oil anymore, nor lye, but soap. A new substance. A new thing. Created by transformation. You begin to stir. Just with a spoon at first. Slowly. Gently. Just incorporating. Just helping the oils and lye water meet. Just introducing them to each other. Helping them combine. The spoon moves through the mixture. Around and around. Scraping the bottom. Reaching the edges. Ensuring everything is mixed. Everything is included. No pockets of pure oil. No pockets of pure lye water. Everything together. Everything becoming one thing. You stir and stir. The motion is meditative. The sound is quiet. Just the gentle swish of liquid. The tap of wood on steel when the spoon hits the pot. The rhythm of stirring. Around and around. Circular motion. Like the wheel in the pottery studio. Like so much work done by human hands. Circular. Repetitive. Meditative. The mixture stays liquid, thin, like cream, like heavy milk, not ready yet, not transformed yet, just beginning. You could continue stirring by hand, Could spend 20 or 30 or 40 minutes stirring. Could feel your arm tire, your shoulder begin to ache, your hand cramp slightly from gripping the spoon. Could meditate on the motion, the repetition, the slow transformation happening under your spoon. Could be present with every stir, every rotation, every moment of the becoming. Many soap makers do this, prefer the slow, hand-stirred method, the ancient method, the method that requires time and presence and patience, the method that makes you part of the process rather than just an operator of equipment. But tonight, you'll use the stick blender, the immersion blender. Speed the process. Bring the soap to trace more quickly. This is acceptable. This is fine. Different methods for different times, different energies, different needs. The stick blender sits on the counter, waiting, clean, ready, plugged in. It's a simple tool, just a motor, a stick, blades at the end, but it's powerful. It emulsifies quickly, efficiently. What would take 30 minutes by hand takes 5 minutes with the blender. You lower the stick blender into the pot. Slowly, gently, submerge it in the mixture. Get it below the surface. Air bubbles in soap aren't desired. They create weak spots. So you submerge the blender. Get it deep in the mixture. You turn it on. Press the button. The sound is sudden, loud in the quiet workshop. A mechanical whir, a buzz, the blender spinning, the blades rotating fast, very fast, mixing, emulsifying, forcing the oils and lye water to combine at the molecular level. The mixture immediately begins to change. The blender creates movement, swirls, the oils and lye water mixing more thoroughly than any spoon could manage. More completely, more quickly. You blend in short bursts. This is important. This is technique. 5 seconds on, then off. Then you stir by hand for 10 seconds, moving the blender around the pot, ensuring all the mixture gets blended, not just one spot, everywhere. Then 5 seconds on again. Blend, off, stir, move, around the pot, then blend again. This prevents overheating. The blender creates friction. Friction creates heat. Too much heat too fast isn't good for soap, can cause problems. So you blend in bursts. Let the mixture rest between. Keep control. Stay mindful. And slowly, slowly, the mixture begins to change in a new way. It thickens, just slightly at first, just barely noticeable, the consistency changing from thin liquid to something more, something with more body, more substance, more presence. At first, it looks the same, milky white, opaque. But when you pull the blender out and it drips back into the pot, it drips a little slower, a little thicker. Not much, but noticeable if you're paying attention. And you are. You're always paying attention. You continue. Blend 5 seconds. Off. Stir 10 seconds. Blend 5 seconds. Off. Stir. The rhythm of soap making with a stick blender. The dance of modern soap making. The balance between speed and care. Between efficiency and mindfulness. The mixture is definitely thickening now. When you stir, you can feel more resistance. The spoon moves through something thicker, something more viscous, something on its way to becoming what it will be. You continue. Blend, stir, blend, stir. The process that's been adapted from ancient hand stirring. Still the same chemistry, still the same transformation, just faster, just aided by technology. but still fundamentally the same, still soap being born. And then you see it, feel it, know it in your hands, and your experience and your intuition that's been developed through many batches of soap. Trace. That's what it's called in soap making. Trace. That magical, crucial moment when the soap batter thickens enough that when you drizzle it from the spoon, it leaves a trace on the surface. A line, a mark, a trail. Visible for a second or two before it sinks back in and becomes part of the whole again. That's trace. That's the signal. That's when you know the saponification is well underway, is happening, is real. That's when you know the oils and lye have truly combined, have truly emulsified, have truly become soap batter. No longer just a mixture, but a new thing, a thing on its way to being soap. You turn off the stick blender, lift it from the pot, set it aside, lift a wooden spoon, dip it into the batter, lift it out, hold it above the pot, drizzle the batter off the spoon. There, you can see it. The batter falls in a thin stream, hits the surface, and for just a moment, just a second or two, you can see where it landed. A line on the surface, a trace, before it merges back into the whole, before it becomes indistinguishable from the rest. Trace. Perfect. Ready. The moment you've been working toward. This is what you wait for in every batch. This moment, this signal, this clear, visible, undeniable sign that the soap is happening, that the magic is working, that chemistry is doing what chemistry does, that transformation is underway. You smile. You always smile at Trace. Can't help it. It's a small victory, a small success, every single time, even though you've done this hundreds of times, even though you know it will happen, even though there's no real suspense. Still, Trace makes you smile, makes you feel accomplished, makes you grateful for chemistry and ancient knowledge, and the fact that humans figured this out thousands of years ago, and we're still doing it, still making soap, still using this same reaction, still creating this useful, beautiful thing. Now you add the scent. This is the moment for essential oils. Now that the mixture is thick enough to hold them, to suspend them, to keep them from evaporating immediately, you reach for the bottle of lavender essential oil. Dark blue glass, cobalt blue. Beautiful, even as a container. The bottle is cool in your hand. The label is handwritten. Your handwriting. Lavender. 100% pure. The date you bought it. You open it carefully. The cap unscrews easily. The scent blooms immediately. Rises out of the bottle like a friendly ghost. Like a memory made physical. Sweet. Floral. Unmistakably lavender. That scent that makes everyone sigh. That makes shoulders drop. That makes people close their eyes and breathe deeply and say, "Oh, lavender." This is good oil. Pure oil. You can tell. You can always tell. Real lavender essential oil smells like lavender fields, like purple flowers, like summer. Synthetic lavender smells like soap, which is ironic, this will become soap. But the oil itself shouldn't smell like soap, shouldn't smell chemical, should smell like the plant it came from. You measure carefully. Pour the oil into a measuring spoon. Count the drops. You want enough to scent the soap beautifully, to make it fragrant, to make someone who uses it smile when they open the shower, and that lavender scent billows out with the steam. But not so much that it's overpowering. Not so much that it's too strong. Not so much that it gives someone a headache. Just right. Just perfect. Just enough. You pour the essential oil into the soap batter. Watch the drops disappear into the creamy mixture. Then you stir, gently but thoroughly, around and around, distributing the scent evenly throughout the whole batch, making sure every part of the soap will smell the same, making sure every bar will carry the same amount of lavender, the same care, the same gift. The smell fills the workshop now, really fills it. The concentrated essential oil mixing with the soap batter releases scent into the air, into your lungs, into everything, sweet, floral, calming, beautiful. This is why you make soap, for this moment, for this scent, for creating something that will bring this smell into someone's bathroom, into their day, into their life. You sprinkle in the dried lavender buds. Not too many, just enough. They'll be visible in the finished bars, little purple specks, evidence of real flowers, real lavender, real care. You stir gently. The batter is thickening more now. Trace getting heavier. The soap moving toward its solid state. You must work quickly now. Must get it into the mold before it thickens too much, before it becomes unworkable. You pour the soap batter into the prepared mold, slowly, carefully, watching it flow, watching it fill the mold, watching it settle, level. The batter is cream-colored, flecked with purple, beautiful, simple, honest. You smooth the top with a spatula. Make it level, make it flat. This will be the bottom of the bars, so it doesn't need to be perfect. But you make it nice anyway, because that's what you do. You take care, you pay attention, you do things well. The mold is full, the soap is poured, the work is done. Almost. You cover the mold with a piece of cardboard. This keeps dust off, keeps curious insects away, keeps everything clean. Then you wrap the whole mold in an old towel. This insulates it, keeps the heat in. Soap generates heat as it saponifies. This is good. This helps the process. The towel keeps that heat contained, helps the soap gel, helps it become fully itself. You place the wrapped mold on a shelf, tuck it away, out of the way, safe. The soap will stay here for 24 hours. Tomorrow you'll check it. Tomorrow you'll unmold it. Tomorrow you'll cut it into bars. But for tonight, it's done. The soap is made. The work is complete. You clean up. This is important, essential. You can't leave lye residue around. Can't leave oils spilled. Everything must be cleaned, thoroughly, safely. You wash the pot, the spoons, the measuring cups, hot water, soap. Ironic. You washed soap-making equipment with soap, but that's the way. That's what works. You wipe down the counters. Make sure no lye water dripped, no oils spilled. Everything clean, everything safe, everything ready for next time. You remove your gloves, peel them off carefully, inside out, contain any residue. You wash your hands, even though you wore gloves. Always wash after working with lye. Always be safe. You remove your apron, hang it on its hook. Remove your safety glasses, hang them on their hook. Everything in its place, everything ready for tomorrow, for next time, for the next batch. You look at the mold wrapped in its towel. Inside, chemistry is happening. Transformation. Oils and lye becoming soap, becoming something new, something different, something useful and beautiful. Tomorrow, You'll unwrap it, see how it turned out, hope for smooth surface, even color, perfect saponification. Then you'll cut it, the whole loaf, into individual bars, 12 bars, 12 small gifts, 12 small luxuries. Then they'll cure, sit on the shelf for 6 weeks, drying, hardening, becoming fully soap, fully ready, fully themselves. But for tonight, they're just beginning, just started, just now becoming. The workshop is quiet now. The work is done. The evening is complete. You turn off the lights. One by one, the workshop darkens, returns to rest. You step outside, pull the red door closed behind you. The evening air is cool now, fresh. The garden smells green and growing. The lavender still releases its scent faintly in the darkness. You walk back to your house slowly, tired, good tired, the tired of work completed, of something made, of care given to the process. Your hands smell of lavender, even through the gloves, even after washing. The scent has infused your skin, become part of you. You'll smell it on your pillow tonight. We'll dream of purple fields and summer sun and bees working flowers. When you reach your house, you're ready for rest, your body tired from standing, from measuring, from stirring, from the careful work of making. Your mind is quiet, calm, settled by the rhythm of the work, by the repetition of the process, by doing something you've done dozens of times before and will do dozens of times again. You prepare for bed simply, everything easy, everything gentle. You slip into bed, clean sheets, cool and smooth, the weight of blankets settling over you, safe, comfortable, home. You can still smell the lavender, faint on your hands, in your hair, around you. Lavender, the scent of calm, of peace, of rest. Your breathing is slow, deep, steady, like the stirring was steady, like the pouring was slow, like everything about soap making. Patient, intentional, careful. Your body is heavy, relaxed, ready to rest. The work is done. The soap is made. The evening is complete. Tomorrow there will be more soap to make, more oils to measure, more lye to mix, more scents to add, more bars to cut, more work, more care, more creating. But for now, sleep. The soap is made. The work is done. The transformation has begun. Sleep comes like trace, slowly thickening, gradually changing from liquid wakefulness to something more solid, something heavier, something that holds you, keeps you, carries you into rest. You are the soap maker, and tonight you have created something gentle, something caring, something that will bring small moments of pleasure to ordinary days. Sleep well, sleep deeply, sleep peacefully. Good night.